Warning, this podcast will contain spoilers, but not nun-punching. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Supernatural, Season 10, Episode 19, The Werther Project. Werther's Originals. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me are Omikins.
Hi.
Hi. Don't sound so excited. Jeez. And Dom.
She is that excited.
What's up?
What's up? Yeah, see, there's the level of excitement I would like for this podcast. And Clio.
Yo!
Look at that. 2 animated individuals. And possibly a third.
Wait, I'm a cartoon?
Yes, Dom, you're a cartoon.
You know what's funny?
I'm a cartoon!
The way that your head is positioned in between the wings, you kind of look like a moose right now.
A little bit lower.
Moose and squirrel?
You do look like a moose. You really look like a moose.
I think we have a Sam Winchester here.
So, another good episode of Supernatural, which I'm happy about, which I was hoping would happen, that it would pick up from whatever lull it was in towards the end of the season, and it's doing just that.
Yes.
So, yeah, great. So, we start off, we got Sam and Rowena, which we were left with at the end of that last episode. Shall we come to terms, then?
Fergus?
Fergus? I love it. So they set their terms. She'll help Sam break the lovely little curse that is known as the Mark of Cain on Dean, but Sam must in return kill Crowley.
And Sam's like, yeah, no big deal. I've been wanting to kill him for years.
Right?
Since I met the guy.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. He's wanted to kill him since he met the guy. It's just he hasn't, due to the fact that Crowley can be convenient.
Yes.
He can also be inconvenient.
Yes. But lately, more convenient than inconvenient.
Lately more inconvenient. So how is that gonna go over?
What?
I don't know.
Killing Crowley?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Kill Crowley.
It's not gonna happen. Rowena's gonna die.
She probably is. Which is sad. I'm starting to like her a bit.
They've already killed Crowley once. They burned his bones.
What if Sam fulfills his end of the bargain, but instead of killing Crowley, he just makes him human?
Well, that would kill the demon known as
Exactly.
Crowley.
Yeah.
And then he can go back to being Fergus?
No.
Yes, exactly. Then he goes back to being Fergus.
Well, does this work the same way as all the other witchy shows where, you know, since Rowena's the witch, so would Fergus?
Probably.
So if you made him human, he'd be a witch?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Or he'd have the potential.
Yeah, I mean, so they quote-unquote killed Crowley off before, but it was not really his bones, and he only faked his death. So he's not going to go out easily. There's no way. He's got plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So.
Right. Exactly. And he has...
It's like Moloch.
Yes, and he has hell behind him, so... Which seems like more of a wet noodle nowadays than anything. It's like, ooh, he's the king of hell. That's kind of...
Hell appears to be like a vacant warehouse.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It doesn't seem to be anything special.
And heaven's like a sanatorium.
Exactly. Yeah, heaven is a sanatorium. It's like the hallway from the Matrix.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god, it is like the hallway from the Matrix.
and hell is an abandoned warehouse. Like, what happened to the chains and the hooks and the people screaming and the fire and the prison and all that other stuff? But nah.
That's the cage.
Yeah. No, it's whatever. Maybe the cage and other stuff. So we got some flashbacks to the men of because Rowena says that we need a codex from some long dead coven witch, Grand Coven
They
witch.
killed him.
Yep.
Yeah, to translate the Book of the Dead.
Right. So, Men of Letters, start there. We get flashbacks to Magnus.
Can I once again, for the 9,000th time, state I want that to be a spin-off?
I
It'd be so
agree.
good.
I agree, but
Mhm.
but here's my nervousness about if they make that a spin-off, because that room was full of middle-aged white dudes. It's like there's no diversity. It's just a bunch of white guys.
Yeah.
That's not going to be very interesting if that's the show.
There's plenty of shows that have diversity. Not every single show has to do it.
But
Right.
it's so boring. Like sometimes it could
By-
be good.
by-
No.
I mean,
By
they-
the show
can't be good.
not having diversity, the show in itself would be a diversity.
no.
Nowadays.
Because every other show has diversity.
I mean, you didn't see all the agents there. It's very possible that two of the
Yeah, no,
agents they
definitely.
mentioned were of a different. They weren't white, you know.
But
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
We don't know.
the crop that we were shown.
Mm-hmm. So, we find out through this flashback that this book is in a box. This translation codex is in a box built by this guy, and the box sucks, basically. It is enchanted in all kinds of devilish ways to make sure that nobody will get into it. It was enchanted for maximum lethality.
I love the little girl, like the whole opening scene, you know,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yes, that was amazing.
But then when we see her grown up, she refers to it as Pandora's Box. It's clearly not Pandora's Box, but
no. Well, she doesn't know what it is. So it just that's. I mean,
Right.
the myth is that Pandora's box unleashes all the evils of every dimension. So to her, that's an evil. She encountered it when she was a child. It made her parents and brother commit suicide. It is Pandora's box to her.
It very much is, yeah. So, that...
and her aunt. We didn't get to see her aunt, but yeah.
Right, her aunt did, too.
Whatever.
I warned her not to go in the basement, but she wouldn't listen.
At the whole time she's saying it, I'm just thinking, oh, Dean, you realize now Sam's in the basement, honey. So Sam almost gets his dick blown off, and apparently Dean was following him the whole time. Well, he
Wow,
did. She stuck a gun out the mail slot at him.
that's true.
Dean even said, she almost demanned you.
Yeah, she's kind of crazy.
She was kind of crazy, but do you blame her? Living in isolation, all of her families
Exactly.
killed themselves in her presence.
Yeah, I do blame her.
Okay,
Leave the house.
blame away. Yeah, but where
Well,
could
she
she
felt
go?
the need to protect
Right, she
people from
felt
it.
the need to make sure nobody ever got to that box.
I don't understand how she even stayed there to begin with, because if her mother, father, and brother killed themselves, isn't like child services gonna come and take her away and like
No.
put her in
Wasn't
an
that
orphanage
young.
and like
No, she was
Not-
like 16.
If you have living relatives, you're not going to go into social services.
Right, unless those living relatives don't want you or something
Yeah.
like that. So, I mean, yeah, she was like 15, 16 when that happened.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like she was 10.
I thought she was like 12.
She's still
I mean,
young.
she had the pigtails. That was just the style of
Mhm.
the day,
Yeah, that was, that.
which made you look kiddish.
Mm-hmm. So, Dean shows up. Then, this is after, mind you, taking out a whole nest of vampires on his own. Personal best.
I forgot that whole thing.
Right, yeah, Dean runs off like, hey, hunted down a nest in Tulsa. You can join me if you wish. And then by the time he gets there, Sam gets there, Dean is already done. Cleaning off his machete.
Dean's stealing their beer.
He's stealing their beer.
It's typical Dean.
That is,
Typical Dean.
Come on.
Stealing dead people's beer.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. So, Dean follows Sam. He's like, hey, man, sorry for going off, alone and all that things. But,
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
yeah, hashtag sorry, not sorry. I'm amazed that Sam was able to keep the true reason for, going here a secret. I was expecting it to come out by the end of the episode, which it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
It's not going to till the finale.
Probably not. Yeah. So, when Sam's in the basement, he opens the box, or he tries to open the box, the dumb shit. releases the lovely green wisp of Kill Yourself, and now whatever her name was, I don't remember the little girl's name.
Susie.
Susie, thank you. Now Susie kills herself because she's hallucinating all of her dead relatives, and they're just egging her on. And now all of a sudden Dean winds up in purgatory, or so he thinks.
Yeah.
Hallucinating
That's
Benny.
like super hallucinations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was a little intense.
That was crying, because the other ones, I mean, the one with Susie made sense because it's in the house, and she lived in the house, but Dean has no emotional connection to the house.
Exactly. And
That's
you know
true,
what?
yeah.
All we saw was, for Susie, made sense, the hallucination. All of her dead family, that's something big that would haunt her. We don't know what her family hallucinated that they killed themselves with.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like it would have been a perfect opportunity to, like, bring back Jeffrey Dean Morgan and, like, do some kind of thing with that.
You're just teasing Nikki at this point. You're
really
just
are.
rubbing
and have,
it
like,
in.
you know, some hallucinations back to, like, the night that their mother was murdered. Like, that seems like a better thing than purgatory to me. I don't know.
I don't know. That's
Well,
old news.
Family to
So it's
the
purgatory.
Winchesters is what keeps them going.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So seeing that would probably give him drive.
when Dean came back from purgatory, he was still kind of like in that kill mode, and he was kind of enjoying it while he was there.
Mm-hmm.
And being that that's what the Mark wants him to do all the fucking time, purgatory seems like one of those places where he could just let go and kill everything he wants without any real consequence. So it does kind of seem like a happy place.
It does seem like a happy place. So I have to read this comment. Winter Winters, who's watching live right now, puts, "That Vamp Nest. I was hoping it was the Vamp Nest from the originals. Then we could have had this episode be the Werther Originals project." I love puns, and that was brilliantly executed. Well done.
Jeez.
Dean
Come
has
on, Dom,
nothing
let it
on
out.
the
You know you're
originals.
holding it in.
Come on, Dom.
Yeah, Dean has the Mark,
What?
but he can't take out originals. He can't.
Well, yeah, no, he can't take out originals, but I would love
A crossover?
a crossover of some sort, even if
Yeah.
it's just, I've said it before on other podcasts, even if it's just have, like, Sam and Dean sitting down eating dinner at, like, the grill in, like, on the Vampire Diaries, or just, like, in a bar in New Orleans, just have, like, Dean sitting on the bar stool, just taking a drink. They don't even have to say, "Oh, that's Dean Winchester." They don't, just have him sitting there looking like Dean. That's all you need.
Right?
Yep.
You
Little
know,
Easter
it's
egg.
just-
I mean,
Dean.
it would
that's
be
the only
great.
way it would work, because they're two entirely different vampires.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. The vampire universes are completely different. So,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
it would be so good.
I would love it. That would be awesome. So, where were we before that?
Purgatory.
Yes, Purgatory.
Yeah.
So Dean's hallucinating Benny. Benny's basically telling him, hey, there's one
Kill
way out
yourself.
of all this. He was more subtly, not just directly saying, "Here, take this, kill yourself."
Definitely.
Eventually, at the end, he said, "Here, take this, kill yourself." But
Did you guys feel like Dean was in any danger?
No.
no, we know he was not in any danger.
We know he knows the Mark won't let him do that.
And he even said, now here's my question, was the Mark what actually let him overtake that hallucination?
seemed like it.
Or was it the fact that Sam was weakening the whole thing by shoving his blood into the box?
Combination, but no, I think he's quite aware that the Mark won't let him kill himself. If he gets killed by something else, that's a different story.
Yeah.
And he knows he'll be fine. The Mark he'll wake up as a demon again.
And it was actually very interesting the way they shot it, because when you saw the mist come in, you didn't see it hit Sam's eyes the way you saw it hit Susie and Dean.
Right.
So you didn't exactly know that Sam was also under this spell. You thought it just hit Dean and Susie, and then when we find out that Sam is hallucinating Rowena,
I honestly...
I was like, whoa!
Yeah, exactly. That one, I didn't know that Sam was hallucinating, and it took me a few seconds. The second I noticed something was wrong was when Dean rushed down there and didn't immediately say, "What the hell, get the hell away from my brother, you evil twisted bitch."
Well, she did meant like if she was a hallucination or whatever, like she did say like he can't see me before he even went down in the basement.
Well, she's
Well, that was when he was hallucinating.
right, and that made sense at the time. He was so engrossed in his hallucination, he couldn't even see Sam.
Right.
Yeah.
So that made sense to me too. But as soon as he got down there and he wasn't reacting to her presence at all, I'm like, what the hell, Dean? Oh, you're like so No. And then when Dean put his blood in and she just vanished, I'm like, oh, well played.
The thing that doesn't make sense to me is why the box is meant to protect the codex
Mm-hmm.
and to make everyone who tries to open it kill themselves.
Right.
Why would it give Sam the way to open it?
Because Sam was the only one, according to this box's point of view, I guess you could say.
Legacy blood.
Dean is going to kill himself. It needs legacy blood to open itself. In order, Sam would need to put in enough blood that he himself would die in order to open it.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to be left alive to open the box.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
But wouldn't then someone be able to come in and open it? Who wasn't in the house?
It didn't seem like Dean put a whole lot of blood into the box either.
No,
so.
I think because Sam was almost dead.
Right. And also, the box didn't exactly give Sam the way to open it. Like, the box, the hallucination of Rowena illuminated the letters, and Sam just happened to be able to read Latin, and he figured it out.
Yeah.
So it's not like the box, the box Rowena said, hey, why don't you cut yourself and start bleeding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all him.
Still.
That was pretty good. Well, that was a good twist, something I didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets the book, Sam, that is. Tells Dean, I don't know what it is, but apparently it's something really dangerous, so we'll keep it safe. He takes it to Rowena, who's all excited, opening it up, and she definitely wants it for another reason, obviously.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what she wants it for.
She wants it for all of the spells she could learn to be like the best
But
witch.
there's gotta be like one spell in particular that she's after. Something that's gonna
Probably.
be devastating.
Right.
Yeah, because of all the magical stuff the Men of Letters have, she wanted the Codex.
Exactly.
She didn't mention anything else, just the Codex.
She's gonna break down the gates of hell.
Well, don't forget, on top of that, we still have Metatron running around with the demon tablet.
Metatron's running around with the demon
Don't
tablet.
remind me.
She now has pretty much the Book of All Evil, and the method to translate the Book of All Evil. And that would be terrible, but then Sam, shackled her. Which was great.
Are those like magic shackles that
Yes.
you can't cast spells with?
Yes.
I believe they're those kinds
Yeah.
of shackles.
I think they're the ones that have the inscriptions on the inside of the cuffs.
Okay. They didn't do a very good job explaining that one, so I was like, okay, Rowena, just like blink out of there.
Yeah, no.
So she's shackled.
No, they have used it in the past.
They've
It's just,
used those cuffs before.
It's been
Yeah.
so long, I forgot about him.
So what the heck is Sam turning into here?
he's doing everything he can to save his brother. He doesn't,
Take-
and he doesn't care that it's Rowena that he's taking advantage of.
Well,
she's
true.
gonna take advantage of him anyway. So
She put it this way herself, I'm your mortal enemy. Like, I've tried to kill both of you. Your brother as recently as last week.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Sam's definitely taking alignment shifts for all the choices he's making.
he is definitely. And the question is Sam going to come out of this? Like, at the end of the season, how are they going to come out of this?
I don't know.
Because, I mean,
Still motherfucking lying to each other.
they're still fucking lying to each other.
Boys gotta pull their heads out their ass.
But, I mean, even if Sam, he miraculously figures out how to get the mark free.
Yeah.
Dean's free of the mark. So now what?
I don't know.
Is it everything
Dean's gonna be pissed, because...
Is everything going to go back to hunky-dory first episode in next season? Because if so,
No.
I'm going to be pissed.
No. The family's coming back for them.
I would love for the season to just end on a happy note for once. Like, not any of the brothers dead. Like, have we ever done that? No, that's something they've never done.
Let's
So
see,
just like,
Season 1, Dean's in a coma dying.
yeah, just take the mark off and have Sam and Dean, they're so happy, they hold hands and frolic through a field. And that's the final scene.
Okay, so that's it, yeah. happy. Let's see, season
No
1.
more supernatural episodes ever again. That's the end.
Yeah, season 1, like the end of season 1, beginning of season 2. Dean is in a coma, dying, and their dad dies, makes a deal to save Dean. End of season 2. Sam is dead. Dean makes a deal, has a year to live.
Yes.
And all those demons escaped hell. End of season 3. Dean dies. He gets ripped apart by a hellhound. End of season 4. Lucifer gets ripped out of the cage in hell. End of season 5. Sam is dead. In hell, but, half dead. End of season 6. Castiel goes crazy, releases the Leviathans. End of season 7. Dean gets sucked into Purgatory. End of season 8. The angels all fall from heaven. End of season 9. Dean is a demon.
You should have stayed a fucking demon.
I know.
We say it almost every episode now. We say it, that they ended that storyline too early.
Yeah,
Dean as a demon was so good. It made me so excited for the beginning of the season, and then 3 episodes in, it's like, nope, we're done.
I mean, also, the first episode didn't make me excited for him being a demon anymore because, he was acting like a putz, I thought it was going to be like, yeah, happy, let's kill everything. He was just really mopey. Fucking
really
bitches.
mopey.
Which I guess is normal for Dean, but,
So I don't know.
I feel like that whatever's going on with the demon tablet is going to end up being connected to the mark.
Probably.
Probably.
And that would
The tablet-
actually be interesting if Metatron finds a way to expel hell of all the demons, and then we literally have hell on Earth. That might be more interesting than anything that we've seen thus far.
Well, he's already expelled all of the angels from heaven. Okay,
They got back.
Right, they got heaven back, but they still don't have their wings.
Yes.
The only way they can get in and out of heaven is through that singular portal.
Which they need to up that security because...
And Winter puts in chat, what if Michael and Lucifer come back at the end of the season? That's actually something we've mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, we've mentioned that a few
we
times.
want that to
already.
happen super bad.
Like, that was one of the theories we had, Metatron with the demon tablet. Maybe he's trying to break the cage open. So...
And if Adam's not there, I'm gonna be mad.
I gotta keep
Adam
telling
is
him this.
nothing.
They have
Adam
actually
is a
mentioned
pile
this
of
in
nothingness.
an episode of the show, that Adam's soul is utterly destroyed. There is nothing left.
They don't know for sure. They're not there.
I believe an
you
angel
can
said this.
Assume. Sam was in there for a couple months and his soul was destroyed. I mean, Adam being in there for years. There's nothing left.
Yeah.
Nothing left.
I'll believe it when I see
body,
it.
maybe.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Still use his body.
Believe it when I see it.
So
You know, Clio.
Shut
more
up, dog.
No,
Nope.
you know better than
Not
anyone
starting
else.
this.
You know better than anyone else, unless you see them die, and even then, they're not necessarily dead.
very true.
Yes,
But
this is
anyway, expelling all the demons. So now all of a sudden they have to use a portal. Hey, you know what? They're already using like a portal out of a warehouse in some random rundown section of a city to get in and out of hell. Nothing's gonna change. And what do the demons have to lose? They don't have wings to get clipped off. They're gonna lose their ability to smoke out of people.
Not even.
I don't know.
Because they just smoke from body to body. They don't, like, smoke back to hell.
Only when they get
Exercised.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, that's it.
they've glossed over that because, yeah, demons used to get exorcised to hell and they'd be stuck there until they could figure out a way out again.
Mm-hmm.
And this...
Yeah, well, that's the same as, like, when the angels were... when heaven was expended and they used the angel runes to, like, send them away. We never found out where they went to.
True. It just poof, sent them away. Yeah. So, this was a good episode, but I don't think we have anything else to cover on it. Do we? Anything else worth mentioning?
Chuck is not God.
Anything pertinent to this singular episode? Guess not. So the next episode is called Angel Heart. And everybody's favorite preteen Claire returns.
Yay, Claire.
I actually like Claire.
Nah, she's alright. When Claire Novak gets a lead on her mother, Amelia, who's been missing for years, Castiel asks Sam and Dean to help her. Cass feels guilty for what he did to the Novak family, and he wants to make amends by reuniting Claire with her mom. However, when they find out what took Amelia, they realize there is a chance Claire may not get her happy ending.
Yan.
I don't think that's what took Amelia.
No.
Yan.
You sure it's not a cat folk?
That is definitely not what took her. Maybe it was a Jefferson starship, but it's definitely
Oh, God.
No,
it's definitely not a cat person.
unfortunately, that wouldn't work. Cass killed all the Jefferson starships.
Can we get the Jins
No,
back?
they are annoying and impossible to kill.
And
I
then
want the Jins back.
And then Cass blew all their eyes out.
One got away.
Yeah. Maybe
More
there's
Gs.
still a Leviathan running around.
I mean, we saw Leviathan this episode.
It was a hallucination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I don't miss them at all.
But you know, here's the thing. I don't miss them at all either. But they're still running. I recently caught the end of season 7 again. And when Dick Roman got sent back to Purgatory, none of the other Leviathans went with him.
Yeah.
They're all still running around Earth. There are still hundreds, if not thousands, of
I haven't
Leviathans.
seen any of them, though.
They're biding their time.
They said that, they cut the head off. It's going to take forever for them to regroup.
Season 11, Leviathans, Part 2.
No, no.
Yeah, do it! Credit me.
When that happens, I will declare that Chuck is God.
There you go.
But in the meantime, he
my
is
Lord
not.
Chuck.
So, Winter and Chad, I want to see a season-long war between angels and demons, and at the end, God, Death, Lucifer, and Michael have it out, and the Winchesters end up dead for the finale.
That's been like the last 5 seasons, just spread out, I mean, it's...
I mean...
No.
I agree with the Winchesters dead.
I would like to get some definitive answer on God, one way or the other, whether it's Chuck, whether it's not, whether it's
finding
if he's
you
playing skee-ball with the...
No, he's not playing skee-ball in Asbury Park.
He might be.
The boardwalk in Asbury Park sucks.
There was an interview of Jared and Jensen saying that the end of the season, in their eyes, is the boys being dead.
The end of the series.
But
series.
In the end, they're not the writers.
And
they're not, but that makes the most sense to me, too.
And there's another panel that I am going to find for Dom, because I keep telling him this, where the show writers, the people who write every goddamn episode of this show, said that Chuck is 100% God. They asked the actor...
I want to hear those words 100%.
They asked the
I want to hear
actor.
it.
They asked the actor, so how does it feel
No,
to
Mike,
have played...
stop, because we've told Dom this before and it doesn't matter. Just
You've
stop.
told me, but you've never shown me.
I no longer wish to discuss.
I gotta go find the video.
What?
It's from
You've never
years
shown
ago.
it to me.
You can find it later.
I'll find it later.
Find it.
Anyway, that's our show. I wonder what took Jimmy's wife.
Yeah.
Cass's meat
I
suit's
hope it's
wife.
Jeannie's.
That'd be cool if it was Jeannie's.
That wouldn't really make
Wanting Genies
sense.
to come back since the last Genie we saw.
The Jinn were cool. I would like to see them again, but that wouldn't really make sense in the grand scheme of things. So
I know.
I want Hellhounds.
Yes, although Hellhounds don't really take prisoners, they just rip things apart.
They do what they're told.
That's true.
Maybe Crowley took her.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Rowena, maybe.
We'll find out next week on Supernatural. So
A secret threatens to put the team in danger.
shut your hole. And unshut your hole to tell everybody where you're from.
You can find me on the socials at Cleomoto, and you can find me on Twitch at the Cleomoto.
Dom,
What?
I'm not
Yeah.
how did you get up there? You switched places since I set this up.
I'm amazing.
Ruining everything. There. You can find him at Phenomenon on Twitter.
Yan, 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 yan.
See? She's still in the... I give up. Omikins, where can they find you, dearest?
It looks like it says Cleomoto.
I know, it looks like it says Cleomoto 24. What's going going on?
It clearly says Lady Venom 24 to me.
It clearly says it to me too. And I'm looking over here because I got the live stream up.
Okay, now it looks like the
Yeah,
proper.
I still see orange and swirls. But anyways, you can find me on Twitters at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
I'm the colorblind one,
Yeah.
and it's right
No,
to me.
I can tell that there's pink and there's orange. I can tell the difference.
You can find me on Twitter at Villadrin. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast, all one word. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Button.
Just XSplit and you fuck things up in the first place, so it's your fault.
Wow.
Who's punching a nun?
No, Dom, you were punching a nun.
I was not punching any nuns.